Getting more breaking news coming in. This regarding the India versus Canada diplomatic face-off. Now it's only getting bigger, viewers, after issuing a travel advisory. Now the National Investigation Agency has released pictures of the wanted Khalistani terrorists who are operating from the Canadian soil. India has now specifically listed out the links between the Canada gangster links. So NIA has released those pictures. So there is that proof, which of course Canada itself hasn't been able to produce any proof. They are just of course they have taken action after just saying that there is a suspicion of India being involved in the murder of Nijjar. And my colleague and Senior Executive Editor Abhishek Kapoor joining us on the phone line for more. Abhishek, a big development coming in. India is only upping the ante now against the Trudeau government. All right, there seems to be a problem with that connection. We'll try and reconnect, but that is the latest we have, viewers. Remember, this face-off has been only picking steam now. This diplomatic face-off is getting bigger. India, remember, issued a travel advisory right after the Canadian government had issued a travel advisory for Jammu and Kashmir, for its citizens in Jammu and Kashmir, and now India hit back. We also have NIA now releasing pictures of wanted Khalistan terrorists and establishing the Canadian gangster links. Now, my colleague, Senior Executive Editor Abhishek Kapoor, is back with us on the phone line. Abhishek, over to you. India is upping the ante against the Trudeau government and giving it the befitting reply and response.
Well, absolutely. This is some very straight talk, plain speaking, looking in the eye happening from the Indian side. And Canadians perhaps might not have discounted for this, might not have anticipated this because word for word it's being matched. So, for example, the travel advisory that has been issued by India today says politically condoned hate crimes and violence, which means that whatever is happening in Canada by these Khalistani terrorists has political protection of the government of Canada. This is a very serious charge made by India against Prime Minister Justin Trudeau's government, and we have not yet heard a response from them coming in. Hopefully, maybe they are fumbling, but they don't know how to respond to it. Also, back to back, we have a tweet coming in from the National Investigation Agency, which is the nodal agency when it comes to dealing with crimes under UAPA, which is India's anti-terror law, and it has released the list of gangsters that are, as of now, either legally or even illegally living in the jurisdiction of Canada. So be it Lawrence Bishnoi, Jasdeep Singh, Kala Jathedi, Virendra Pratap, Joginder Singh, all those who are accused in various crimes, and the NIA being its investigation agency has sought information about these people. Now, this is just the 5 of them. There are more 5, including Goldie Brar, including Mohammad Shahbaz Ansari, including Anil Chipi, including Rajesh Kumar, and then more. So total of about 30 odd, more than 30 in fact. If I give the complete count, actually 43 to be precise, gangsters involved in various crimes, and at least a dozen of them, in fact, of the 43. As we speak, are, as I said, legally or illegally present in the jurisdiction of Canada, which connects with the MEA statement that there is a politically condoned criminal cases that are happening, criminal violence and hate crimes against Indians that's happening in Canada, aimed at compromising India's territorial integrity and sovereignty. And that's why the travel advisory, that's why this NIA tweet. So I think it's becoming clear that India is not going to back off. India is really going to up the ante and really call out the bluff of Justin Trudeau, the Prime Minister. Remember, it's not actually, if you look at it, India versus Canada. It's just the hubris of one man who thinks he has been slighted, which he has not been. And, of course, the fact that for his minority government to survive, he depends on Jagmeet Singh's NDP. And with the Khalistani connections that are there, I think Justin Trudeau is essentially compromising with diplomatic probity in targeting India in the manner that he has. So I think the establishment at Raisina has decided that they are not going to tolerate this from Justin Trudeau, and maybe the diplomatic niceties and the good things that could have happened between India and Canada have to wait till the Canadian establishment sorts itself out.
Absolutely, of course. Thank you so much, Abhishek, for joining us. Clearly, we are seeing that such move such claims made by Trudeau himself might just backfire in some time from now. Remember, there have been tit-for-tat expulsions of diplomats amid this row over Sikh separatist Hardeep Singh Nijjar's death, and of course we're seeing what face-off has just followed, and in the latest the NIA has now released pictures of gangsters with their Canada links. Let's take a listen into all the other reactions that have been coming in amidst this face-off.
As I've said, India and the government of India needs to take this matter with the utmost seriousness. We are doing that. We are not looking to provoke or escalate. We are simply laying out the facts as we understand them, and we want to work with the government of India to lay everything clear and to ensure that there is proper process. One of the things that is so important today is that India and the government of India takes seriously this matter. It is extremely serious, and it has far-reaching consequences in international law and otherwise. For Canada, as I said yesterday, we're going to remain calm. We're going to remain grounded in our democratic principles and values. We're going to follow the evidence and make sure that the work is done to hold people to account. Over the course of the summer, we have been working closely with our intelligence agencies who are moving forward in their analysis. We wanted to make sure that we had solid grounding in understanding what was going on in analysis and indeed in facts. We wanted to make sure we were taking the time to talk with our allies, to share what we knew. We wanted to make sure that we fully shared with the government of India the seriousness and the depths of our preoccupations and indeed conclusions. But Canadians have a right to know and need to know when things are going on like this, and that's why we made the decision to do this.
Well, I do have discussions with Prime Minister Trudeau, but one of the things that I do, unlike my predecessor, I don't send out text messages. I keep those discussions confidential. Justin Trudeau is a friend of mine. He's a fine Prime Minister of Canada. I was pleased to engage with him at the G20. He has expressed his concerns about this on behalf of the Canadian government, and the Australian Foreign Minister, Penny Wong, has also expressed concerns.
So now you can see those reactions from world leaders coming in. I remember after Justin Trudeau had only made many provocative statements there, and what followed was, tit-for-tat expulsions, and also now India issuing a new advisory cautioning its citizens in Canada to exercise restraint amid the growing hate crimes in the country. After just hours after Canada updated its travel advisory for India, and now we have the NIA, the National Investigation Agency, releasing and exposing the Canada gangster links as well, the anti-India nexus in Canada exposed by the NIA. Let's take a short break right now, but on the other side, we'll get you the latest what's happening in the national capital.